Hello friends, myself Subhash Nagarse from Sri Digambar Jain Gurukul High School, Solapur. I shall welcome to all of you in this session of the 10th Standard Science and Technology Part 1st. The topic is Periodic Classification of Elements Part 3. So friends, in the previous session of this Periodic Classification of Elements Part 2, we have been discussed with the Mendeleev's periodic law, Mendeleev's periodic table, merits and demerits of this Mendeleev's periodic table. But in this session, we are going to discuss on the following important subtopics. That is modern periodic law, then modern periodic table, structure of this modern periodic table, groups and electronic configuration, and periods and electronic configuration. Let us start with modern periodic table. Friends, before going to start with this subtopic, we must have to recall the different laws that we have learned, that is Dubert-Strat's, Newland's laws of octave, Mendeleev's periodic law. So friends, let us start with Mendeleev's periodic law. The scientific world did not know anything about the interior of the atom when Mendeleev put forth the periodic table. After the discovery of electron, scientists started exploring the relation between the electron number of an atom and the atomic number. The atomic number is Mendeleev's periodic table only indicated the serial number and the element. In 1913 AD, the English scientist Henry Moseley demonstrated with the help of the experiment done using the X-ray tube that the atomic number denoted by letter Z of an element corresponds to the positive charge on the nucleus or the number of protons in the nucleus of the atom of the element. This is revealed that atomic number is a more fundamental property of an element than its atomic mass. Accordingly, the statement of the modern periodic law was stated like this: the properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic numbers. So, this modern periodic law is properties of the elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. So friends, now the question arises that how the modern periodic table, also called as a long form of this periodic table, how it is. So the classification of the elements resulting from an arrangement of the element in an increasing order of their atomic numbers is the modern periodic table. The properties of the elements can be predicted more accurately with the help of modern periodic table formed on the basis of atomic numbers. So the modern periodic table is also called the long form of this periodic table. In the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in accordance with the atomic number that you know. As a result, most of the drawbacks of the Mendeleev's periodic table appear to be removed. However, the ambiguity about the position of the hydrogen is not removed even in the modern periodic table. So friends, we must have to recall the position of the elements in this modern periodic table. So we must have to know how is the problem regarding the position of the cobalt, CO, and nickel Ni in Mendeleev's periodic table resolved in this modern periodic table. That we must have to think over here. So friends, this is how in Mendeleev's periodic table the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. So there was an ambiguity regarding this sequence in which this 59 cobalt and this 59 nickel having same whole number, their atomic mass are placed. However, this problem was resolved in the modern periodic table. In the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic numbers. So the atomic numbers of the cobalt is 27, whereas that of nickel is 28. Thus, cobalt has lower atomic number 27 is placed before nickel, which has a higher atomic number. Now the second thing we must know that how did the position of this 17 chlorine 35 and this 17 chlorine 37 get fixed in the modern periodic table. Friends, in the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic numbers. All the isotopes of an element have same atomic number. Therefore, isotopes, this 17 chlorine 35 and that of 17 chlorine 37 having same atomic number, which is equal to 17, will be placed at the same position in the modern periodic table. Third question that arises is regarding this: can there be an element with atomic mass 53 or 54 in between the two elements chromium 24, chromium 52 and manganese 25, Mn 55? Friends, in the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic numbers. Each element differs from the successive elements by 1 unit. Chromium 24 chromium 52 having atomic number 24 and that of the manganese 25, Mn 55 having atomic number 25 differ from each other by 1 unit. Hence, there can be no element with the atomic numbers 53 or 54 in between the two elements. So, chromium 24 Cr 52 and manganese 25 Mn 55. Next is, what do you think? Should hydrogen is placed in group 17 of the halogen or group 1 of alkali metals in the modern periodic table? Very interesting question, this one. Very nicely asked. So friends, hydrogen resembles alkali metals, that we know. It has one electron in its outermost shell like alkali metals. Its valence is 1 like alkali metals. So it forms oxides, that is H2O, similar to alkali metals Na2O. However, hydrogen also resembles the halogens. It is diatomic molecule H2 like halogens F2Cl2. It is one electron is deficient to achieve stable electron configuration similar to halogens. Due to this unique behavior of this hydrogen, it is difficult to assign any definite position to it in the periodic table. So here we must have to note that hydrogen has one electron in the outermost shell, hence it is placed in top of the first group with alkali metals in the modern periodic table on the basis of electronic configuration. Friends, here one thing arises that in the previous standard, the electron configuration of an atom, the way in which the electrons are distributed in the cells around the nucleus is determined by the total number of electrons in it. And the total number of electrons in an atom is same as that of the atomic number. So the relation between the atomic number of an element and the electron configuration is clearly seen in the modern periodic table. So friends, now we'll see the structure of this modern periodic table. The modern periodic table contains 7 horizontal rows, and those are called as periods from 1 to 7. Similarly, the 18 vertical columns in the table are the groups 1 to 18. So the arrangement of the periods and the groups result into formation of boxes. So atomic numbers are serially indicated in the upper part of those boxes. Each box corresponds to the place for the element. So apart from these 7 rows, 2 rows are shown separately at the bottom of the periodic table. These are called as lanthanide series and actinide series respectively. There are 118 boxes in the periodic table including the 2 series. It means that there are 118 places for the elements in the modern periodic table. Very recently, formation of a few elements was established experimentally, and thereby the modern periodic table is now completely filled. All the 118 elements are now discovered. The entire periodic table is divided into 4 blocks. This S block, P block, D block and the F block. The S block contains the group 1 and 2. The groups 13 to 18 constitute the P block. The groups 3 to 12 constitute the D block, while the lanthanide and actinide series at the bottom from the F block. So friends, the D block elements are called transition elements. A zigzag line can be drawn in the P block of the periodic table. So the 3 traditional types of the elements can be clearly shown in the modern periodic table with the help of the zigzag line. So the metalloids elements lie along the border of this zigzag line. All the metals lie on the left side of this zigzag line, while all other lie on the right side. So now friends, what is this modern periodic table and its electronic configuration of the elements? Within a period, the neighboring elements differ slightly in their properties, while distant elements differ widely in their properties. Elements in the same group show similar and gradation in their properties. So these characteristics of the groups and periods in the modern periodic table are because of the electronic configuration of the elements. It is the electronic configuration of an element which decides the groups and the periods in which is to be placed. So groups and electronic configuration here in this modern periodic table. So friends, this is what the modern periodic table you could see here. So here are some questions that we must have to be discussed. So question number 1 that we are going to discuss here is that go through the modern periodic table that has been shown in alongside and write the names of one below the other of the elements in group 1. You could see from this group 1 first the elements are hydrogen, then lithium, sodium, potassium, then rubidium, then cesium and francium. Here you must know that hydrogen is not considered as an alkali metal even though it is placed above lithium in the periodic table, as it is not a metal. Second question that we could discuss over here is that write the electron configuration of the first 4 elements in this group. So electron configuration of this first 4 elements could be written as hydrogen, whose atomic number is 1, so the electron configuration is simply 1. Lithium, atomic number 3, so electron configuration is 2 and 1. Sodium, whose atomic number is 11, 2, 8, 1. Potassium, whose atomic number is 19, 2, 8, 8, 1 is its electronic configuration. So third question here you could see that which similarity do you find in their configuration? All the elements of group 1 have single electron in their outermost shell. All these have only one electron in their outermost shell. How many valence electrons are there in each of these elements? All the elements of this group first have only one valence electron that we could find. Hence, next that you'll find that the number of valence electrons in all these elements from the group 1, that is the family of alkali metals, is the same. Similarly, if you look at one of the elements from other group, you will find the number of their valence electrons to be the same. For example, the elements beryllium, magnesium and calcium belonging to the group 2, that is the family of alkaline earth metals. There are 2 elements in their outermost shell. Similarly, there are 7 electrons in the outermost shell of the elements like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and so on. So from these are the group 17, that is the family of the halogens. While going from top to the bottom within the group, one electronic cell gets added to at a time. From this we can say that the electronic configuration of the outermost cell is characteristics of the particular group. So friends, however, as we go down a group, the number of cells goes on increasing. So this is the factual things regarding this modern periodic table. Friends, do you know that uranium has atomic number 92? All the elements beyond this uranium with atomic numbers 93 to 118 are man-made. All these elements are radioactive and unstable and have a very short life. Secondly, you must be knowing that in the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic numbers. It is clear. Vertical columns are called groups. There are 18 groups. The chemical properties of the elements in the same group show similarity and in gradation. Horizontal rows are called periods. There are in all 7 periods. The properties of the elements change slowly from one end to the other in a period. So friends, I think this might you be knowing Let us get an introduced with the scientist, that is Moseley, Henry Moseley. Henry Moseley was an outstandingly skilled experimental physicist. In 1913, he used a self-built equipment to prove that every element's identity is uniquely determined by the number of protons it has. His discovery revealed the true basis of the periodic table and enabled Moseley to predict confidently the existence of 4 new chemical elements, all of which are found. So friends, I think you got understood all the things regarding this modern periodic table. The rest of the important properties, configuration, characteristics of this modern periodic table we will see in the next video. You saw this video. Thank you for watching this one.